You have to really realize the true game that's being played by everyone at the moment, you know? Because it's not a game that that's so straightforward. Don't be a whore. Do you know what I mean? Don't just believe everyone because they got loads of details about something. Because I can show you how those details can trap you into something that you don't want to be trapped to. The game is a lot deeper than you just think it is. This is why I say to everybody, get forgiveness as your foundation. And then start taking all what God commands you off of you. That's the only way you'll find the truth. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Here's like a picture of what I mean by this. This is in the Bible, look. Now, when Jesus was risen early, the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had cast out the 7 devils. And she went and told them that had been with him as they mourned and wept and yada yada yada. He cast out the 7 devils. Now we all represent this person here, who God cleansed of the 7 devils, right? It's the cleansing. The water and the fire cleansing. Being birthed by water, then birthed by fire. I tell thee, unless you are birthed by water, then of fire, you shall not see the kingdom of heaven. Because we have to be birthed by both. By the water and then the fire. By the water and then by God's word. Because the water is what gives birth. And the fire is what ends a cycle. Alright? That's a cycle. You need to go through the cycle first. Like a washing cycle. Then you cut clean clothes out, comes out. Do you know what I mean? Whatever, whichever way you want to say it. But this is not my deal. I want to show you something today that may enlighten you a bit. Now, not many people come to my video things no more, and that's cool because God has separated the darkness and the light from my channel also. Whatever is, don't believe what I say from my thing, that's cool. Because there's even another story in the Bible about the 300. Probably where the 300 story comes from or whatever. Even if that comes from another thing, it doesn't matter. But there's a 300 story in the Bible where he kept losing the men. He's going, God, well, I'm losing more men. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, on the way to fight this battle. And God was like, whoever sits down to drink, send them home. Whoever does this, send them home. Whoever does that, send them home. And his army was getting lower and lower and lower, and until he had 300 men to fight like this really big army. He was like, God, oh my God, man, I've got 300 men to build this army. To defeat this army. And he ended up doing it because that's all you need. You know, you need strong people. It's the separation of the light and the darkness. Now, one looks bigger than the other, but it doesn't mean that's, the case, David and Goliath. But this is what I'm saying. It's like, let me show you the internet thing and how it works. Let me show you the fight, the true fight, and how it's working. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is what really gets me fired up and motivated, because when you're first with God, look, you got 7 devils to get casted out of you. This is what's happening. Don't care what anybody else says, right there, you got 7 devils to be casted out of you when you first go with God. Don't go with God and now suddenly you're a good person. You got 7 devils to be casted out of you. This can be the way you are. If you don't forgive, if you're judging too much, maybe you're condemning too much, maybe you're doing whatever. Maybe you're judging unrighteously, maybe you whatever. You've got 7 devils to be casted out of you. Maybe you don't know the word too much. Eat more of the word. Eat more of God. Do you know what I mean? Get Jesus inside you more. The more you eat of the word and do it right, not just like eating the word, not just keep reading it. You have to read it and do it. You read it and understand it, sorry. Once you read it and understand it, then you get a bit of God in you. You got 7 parts. Do you know what I mean? Like each devil you defeat inside yourself, you will get a bit of God in you. So that's one part of God in you. You've got Jesus inside of you, but you've still got 6 devils inside of you. Now, on this one part, you'll go around the internet, it will be the abyss to you. You won't be able to swim that good from just getting one devil out of you. In fact, you won't know, your discernment will be absolutely awful. You should not discern at this point. Don't bother. You're a baby. Get an adult, do you know what I mean, to discern for you. Second, defeat the second devil. You go around the internet again, the abyss, you're like a little fishy in the abyss, right? Swimming around, big bad fishy, still out there friggin' lying to you, cheating you, telling you all kinds of lies, sending you all kind of places. You know, people are saying stuff you don't even know what's what. When I say fire and water, you think, what's that? You're still around here somewhere. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because you still be going, that's satanic, that's thingy, because you don't understand. Number 3, you get the third devil hit out of you. Maybe you stop judging so much, maybe whatever. There's a cleansing and there's a cycle to go through each one. At the end of the cycle, God leaves you because you got a devil to be knocked out of you. So he leaves you with the devils at the end of that cycle to knock that devil out of you. I've had it loads done. At the end of the cycle, I'll be left, do you know what I mean? Like, by God again. So he will leave me. I'll get a devil knocked out of me. Then he'll come and join me again. Do you know what I mean? But on the next cycle. So a different angel is given to me on each cycle. And this different angel is given to me on each cycle. Do you know what I mean? Like now I get the lessons taught by this angel, because God will send an angel in this kind of cycle. Do you know what I mean? And then it will go up until you're on the daddy level, do you know what I mean, of Archangel Michael, the top, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. You're at that's top level. That is true Jesus level right there. You've knocked all these off. There's not one thing you don't understand. You know, you're the man here. But you still got daddy levels to go. You're still the man, whichever the place. God's still with you because he's protecting you with the blood. Because your desire is to come here. If God was here calling you, if you was like a little dog, and God's here calling you on this side, and Satan's calling you on the other side, and you're walking to God, then God knows you're loving him. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is how it works. Doesn't matter where your heart to. You may be closer to the devil at this point, by number 1. But you're walking to him. You know, come here boy, no, come here boy. Who does he love more? Who's he going to go to? Do you know what I mean? Everyone knows that story. That's how it works. Just know this, mark it is correct, flag it is correct in your mind, move on, don't let anyone push you on it at all in any way, shape or form, and let's learn together. Do you know what I mean? This is how you just defeat all the abyss and the darkness in every way, shape or form. You know, like each thing you overcome, it's like each thing you're stuck in, it's like being stuck in the wilderness. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because you were stuck here. It doesn't matter if you're here for 30 years. If you don't overcome this bit, maybe it's not judging, maybe it's just judging all the time, or maybe you're condemning all the time. There's something that you're doing that's not getting you from this angel's learning. Do you know what I mean? And that doesn't matter. You've done a good job. You've done far. Look how much you've gotten off, and look, I'm still got more to go. But whatever, you're doing a good job. You know, you're trying your best to walk to God. You're not going backwards. You're not going forward. You're a bit stuck in a bit limbo in the wilderness, but you're learning still, and you're at your place. You know, everybody is at a different place. You know, we're still in the kingdom. No matter if someone's at the bottom, no one can get out at number 1, but you're still trying to walk to God. You're loved by God because your heart was for him. Do you know what I mean? Understand it this way, because it is this way. God tells you right there, 7 devils that he casted out of her. The whore, to make the virgin, if you will. You're a whore, he has to make her the virgin. He has to put you through the water and the fire. Other people talk about the water and the fire, but they keep you all in one box. They say, oh, the devil's got the water, the devil's got the yellow, the purple, the red and the blue. it's all the devil, the devil. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, get a grip. Everything's a reflection. Do you know what I mean? Understand this, flag this as correct, and move on. No one wants to. No, I don't know why they don't want to. That's their problem. You know, I try to show it loads of billions of times. God's has got his as well. You have to be cleansed by the Spirit, or you're being cleansed physically. And this is something that I'm going to be showing everyone soon. I've been working on a lot behind closed doors that I'm not even showing here. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, and to try and put it all together, you know, I've been working hard at it. You know, and I've been toiling away. I'm not just doing these little videos like this. I'm going for a friggin' haymaker. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know, these are just jabs to the beast. You know, I got a couple of combos yet that I've been working on, you know, behind closed doors, you know. A couple of tricks and that myself. You know, but I'm just making everyone aware, like, this, like, you could be here and you may never get up from this place, from this angel. But you're doing good, you're coming out. But know where you are too. Be humbled where you are. Be at peace where you are. And know you still got more burning to go. This is the burning. The angel that you're with, that's with you, is burning you. He will burn you by getting people to friggin' shout at you, do all kinds of things to you. Do you know what I mean? But that's God burning you, cleaning you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of people shouting at you and saying things to you and so on. Do you know what I mean? Because God's burning you. You know, but look at it this way. Like, maybe God doesn't like the way you speak. Maybe God doesn't like... Maybe he wants you to articulate better. Maybe he wants to say your words. He knows what you're trying to say. Maybe he wants to say your word. Like, I look at this all the time. Like, I know God wants me to say my words better. So that's something he burns me with, you know? To make it come across clearer. To maybe show where it says in the Bible also. Because I already know this stuff. But to you, I might say it in a different way that no one understands. So it's like Japanese, saying it in Japanese to people. They think, what the hell are you going on about? You make no sense. You're wrong. You can't speak. But they don't understand that I speak in Japanese. But it's just the way I speak. So I'm trying to learn English for you all so that I can speak to you in English. If, you know, metaphorically speaking, of course. But this is how me speaking to you in English. Same with Samson and the 7 locks of hair. You know? The 7 churches on his head, the 7 things that got cut off, but that's the 7 churches on his head. That's like, you know, like, that's what regrew again, because he was blind, he got cut off, then he went blind, and then it regrew after him being his, you know, after God gave him his strength back to hit down the 2 pillars. You know, it kind of rose back from the dead again. His hair, the 7 churches, God, Jesus Christ. The 7 churches are just the fragments of Jesus Christ. You know? They all come back together again, like the sun, fragments of, watch how a sun is formed. You know? It's the resurrection. Like, but this is what goes on in the internet. Now, like, you've got to discern where you're to. Each angel you get to, you have a new level of discernment. You will know, because this is how I know when like, you will just wake up and you'll know a truth. There's so many times I've just done that I just know a truth. Like how I just woke up and I started going through, like, say, the burning fire of London, the 1666 fire of London. I just woke up and started doing that stuff because I'd overcome something, and I watch it all the time, and this is what I'm giving you the privilege to do so also, you know. But do this and look round at everybody just with their crap. Do you know what I mean? Like, just ignore it. Come out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, come out of it to go back in it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Once you got removed all your 7 devils, then go back into the abyss, man. You will have the most brilliant of surfboard you will ever get. I promise you that. You will surf. That's how Jesus Christ walked on water. Do you understand now? He walked on the abyss because he ruled the abyss, because he defeated all the 7 devils that he had with him. The last devil, do you know what I mean? Like, get out of the belly of the beast. Let it It's like a chord, isn't it? You know, it's like a break the chords of the beast, break